Welcome to the Court Report right here on MaxPreps.com. I am Chris Stonebreaker and joined, like usual, by Coco Poff himself.
Got
Zach
a new name,
Poff.
baby.
Yes, you do. And Zach, playoffs have begun nationwide.
Yeah, this is the best time of the high school hoops world. And the Xcellent 25 rankings, of course, come out each and every week. But now we're going to really find out who of those top 25 teams are going to bring back some state championship heart.
And when we start talking about the national rankings and Xcellent 25
There's
presented
one
by
guy.
the Army National Guard, there's only one guy that we could turn to, and that's MaxPreps' national basketball editor, Jason Hickman. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Glad to be on, guys. It's crunch time in high school basketball, and awesome to be talking to the two biggest clutch players in the game.
Oh, thank you.
It's more like we got Scottie Pippen and Steve Kerr, and then Jason's our Michael Jordan.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Jay, we're going to pull up the Xcellent 25 rankings real quick. And there are a couple of big-time movers and shakers. DeMatha dropped 13 spots to number 19. Via Angela St. Joseph dropped 12 spots after their loss to St. Vincent-St. Mary. And St. Anthony, along with La Lumiere, two newcomers in the Xcellent 25 rankings.
And Zach just pointed out the St. Vincent-St. Mary big win over Via Angelo St. Joseph. And Jason, with that big win, does it make the Irish a national championship contender this year? And what if they still had VJ King?
Whew, wow.
Yeah, that's interesting to think about. But to answer your first question there, Chris, no doubt. Absolutely, they're a legitimate national championship contender. Got the chance to kind of sit back and watch them play Villa Angela St. Joseph on Sunday. Beautiful team to watch. Unselfish. They move the ball. And this is not, they haven't exactly come out of the woodwork here. They beat St. Edward, the defending Division I Ohio state champion. They beat St. Benedict's Prep of Newark, New Jersey. Beat a very talented Sunrise Christian Academy and went on the road to Indianapolis to beat North Central, who was the number one ranked team in Indiana at one time. So, yes, absolutely they're a national championship contender. And should Oak Hill Academy or Montford Academy stumble down the stretch, we could see LeBron James' alma mater here pick up the slack and take over that number one spot.
And Jay, we got a big-time playoff game in the state of Georgia. And, of course, number 10 team Jonesboro is taking on the unbeaten Johnson of Gainesville. Now, kind of what's to pay attention to in that contest there in Georgia?
Well, the interesting thing about this game is it's only a second-round quarterfinal game. So quite a challenge for Jonesboro, led by sophomore MJ Walker. They are 29-1. Ranked in the top 10 this week, and yet they're going to have an absolute huge roadblock early on in their state tournament. So we'll see how they do against an unbeaten 29-0 Johnson High School team from Gainesville.
And last but not least, Jason, so we can get you right off and keep these people entertained. Last question with the Xcellent 25. We talked about St. Anthony as well as La Lumiere and how they are the newcomers to the Xcellent 25. How exactly did they get into those spots?
Yeah, a little info on those two teams. St. Anthony, of course, led by the legend Bob Hurley, over 1,100 career wins. But they're not getting there on name recognition alone. They've got a very solid resume, 21-1, the only loss coming to nationally ranked Roselle Catholic. Would have been earlier. They don't quite have the marquee or quality wins, so to speak. So it's taken them a while, I think, to build that resume to the point where they're deserving of national top 25 recognition. Over the weekend, played Holy Spirit, an in-state team there from New Jersey, and led 45-2 at halftime. At that point, I figured I better get them in there before they get angry and do something even worse to another team. So moving on to La Lumiere, a very solid weekend for them. Hosted Orangeville Prep and Don Maker over the weekend, along with St. Louis Christian and Don Bosco, an independent program from Indiana. Swept all three teams to move to 23-2 on the season. Very nice year for the Lakers and first-year head coach Shane Harriman.
Jason Hickman, the best in the business at covering high school hoops. Hey, Jay, thanks for the time, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad to be on with you guys.
For Jason Hickman, Zach Poff, myself, Chris Stonebreaker, this was our rankings recap, our little roundtable discussion with Jason. Thanks for joining us right here on the Court Report, and keep on clicking on MaxPreps.com, America's source for high school sports.